Good morning, MMTs at 6:11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, date 3/22/2012. That it is. What are we looking at? We're looking at some of the uh, commodity-related stocks in pre-market, and they're all gapping down, and they have been in a very nice downtrend. And at some point, some of the names here that are getting beaten down are going to be viable. But based on the headline events with China PMI being lower, and that's why a lot of these names are going down, and that's the psychological pro forma to them. And so as we see how the bull changes itself, we can see in other sectors, um, and here's a CRX.X, got Alcoa in there, you got this APA happens, and that BHP is in here now, okay? And you got SLB. So we're just watching them as we move forward. And what is the markdown in some of these going to be? Here is the Morgan Stanley Oil Services right here. And where will these markdowns occur? And also moving forward is still keep an eye on the natural gas area, the XNG.X that I have here. And some of the culprits that are in here, there's an EOG, we like it. Here's an Apache or APA. Um, what I want people to understand is here's the FCX up here, gapping down again. So that's copper. That's a leader one. However, based on what people think about China and how they're growing, the Chinese and whatnot, is that these names fall down in sympathy, but they've been getting marked down. Here's the Apache Corp right here on 1,280 shares. They always do make markets. Their intraday yields are contracted, but they still provide intraday entries and exits with profits on some of these. That's one, this EOG right here. This EOG had been up toward the high. It already had a great run and is due for a pullback. So um, look for those lower support levels and those bounces. So I'm just giving a little view this morning on Thursday, March 22nd. The markets remain extremely overbought. Broad-based tech rallies. Here's a fertilizer area too, everyone. And you can see that CF, and I'll get back to some of the analysis here in a minute. CF Industries has made a huge move, but nonetheless, we still like it. And in this sector, some of the beaten down fertilizers at some point, the mosaics of the world and whatnot, and some of these other ones like the Terra Nitrogen here, which is one that we like making markets with. Look at that bid and ask, 224 by the ask, 229. Bid and ask, $5 range, almost. $5 and some pennies anyway. So this sector here, MMTs, keep an eye out. We make markets of this and have for a number of years. And the CF, they have the most yield. So you have CF and TNH in this sector. And we're just going to be watching them as we go forward in these key areas based on, quote, people concerns. But the U.S. markets right now are in bull rally. So these names are going to find a good landing, a good support area, and believe it or not, like always, mark them down to buy them, and then, as the Chinese get back on board, as they will at some point, and start to grow a little bit and go through their leverages that they have to go through, leveraging their economy and their production and their whole thing that they do, then these names will at some point, once they get marked down low enough, at some point will come back. So we have had a pretty good discovery here in that gold, GOLD right here. gapping down $11. Close at 103.40, 91.65 by 91.70. That's called a left elbow. It's good for a fast trade off of the bottom, though. 1,000 shares off the bottom will give you at least $1,500 profit, providing that that is the wholesale entry now with a $1.50 ratio off of that swing low entry on GOLD. Not only that, we have something else to show you is we will be going through special workshops with some of the leaders that were in these areas because we've been short gold in the GLD for quite a while. Here's your GLD right up here. Look at that. 160 gapping down, $2 handle. It's a gold trust, and the thing about it is, in the shorter term, it too will bounce off of the bottom of that left elbow gap down in price, and you can get that entry at that wholesale bid. So if you have two 500 limit to buy orders at the wholesale and it comes down, hits you on 500 shares, maybe it drops, undercuts at 40 cents, hits you on your other 500 shares, and then bam, you found that left elbow gap down support. It'll run up, hit that resistance. You'll sell your long position and sell short at the very same time and make your money because it will be in a range throughout the shorting process period. That the GLD. We've done it at times, you know. So in that energy patch, though, once again, here is E that I was told about. It's an ADR 48. Look at that. So let's watch these names in the rear view mirror. And once again, this is the awareness in this area going throughout the summertime. We're just starting spring, but you know, some of these could really potentially set up during the middle calendar part of the year.